We have how much time left in our Lego Party Australia's here, guys. Say hi. We got 12 minutes to go in our game. Great Trouble. Wargaming announced a Wargaming box for a victory on a Tier 5 plus next patch. Is that per ship, or is it only once? Alright, so, David, I gotta ask you, think about Wargaming and what you know about Wargaming. Do you really think that's per ship? How many Tier 5 plus ships are there?
About 300 and like 40?
So, yeah,
That's my guess.
I think it's David, I don't remember off the top of my head. I'm gonna say it this way, alright? I'm gonna expect it to just happen once. And if it happens once and that's it, then I'm happy because that's my expectation.
Yeah, it's gonna be once. If it's a mission, it's one time.
It is. We are coming up though on Wargaming's what fifth anniversary.
Well, World of Warships next anniversary.
Yes, thank you.
Because the Wargaming anniversary just passed, and everybody was going around, "Why don't we get anything? Because it's not the right anniversary, people."
That's very true.
But yeah, that's the end of August for the record.
Yeah, the anniversary is typically in September, late September, so it might be with the start of this patch, or it might be technically with the start of the next, into this next patch, or the start.
It's with the next, yeah. And you might have already seen some of the camos for it.
No.
Get some interesting camos in Team League.
Mm-hmm. Right?
Dragweir is now following.
Yep. If you give it, they will run it.
I'm taking a look at a couple of questions here, guys. Let me see if I can find an answer if it was questioned on the CC Discord, and I'm able to answer for you about that particular mission. Dragweir, thank you very much for the follow.
Yeah, we'll have to see what the anniversary gives this time.
I'm open for chocolate chip cookies.
David, where did you hear that out of curiosity?
Okay. If it is boxes instead of coal or steel, one, I'm very sad about this.
Yeah, can I get a source?
Because to me, like, that was a great way of farming steel, or even if it was research bureau ships. Last year, was it last year I did this? I reset every ship in the line, or was that the year before? Whatever.
It was the year. It was the year before.
Yeah, it was the year before. I kind of miss doing that, to be quite frank. It was fun.
Yeah, but also, yeah, okay. You're looking at the World Wargaming Anniversary Combat Missions article, and a victory playing Tier 5 to 10 ships in random, ranked, or co-op battles, or in operations to get a Wargaming container is just a combat mission. It's for one of those containers that always gives you a day of premium, and that's it. That's not the World of Warships itself anniversary. That's the Wargaming anniversary.
Yeah, I can't see anything in here, guys, so you're just gonna have to wait and see, unfortunately. Sorry about that.
I think, actually, let me look, because the schedules line up so well. Because, yeah, the announcements and the news posts about the anniversary from last year were at the very end of this month. So I would expect to see them in four weeks, maybe. And they were at the same time the year before that.
So, we haven't been talking about the replay so far. Glacial in Surrey at Tier 7. I think he's a little too far forward. What do you think, Toxic?
Yeah. This is a bit brave.
Bravely bold Sir Robin.
Especially given we can easily get shot at by a bunch of ships in front of us, and we're not going to go dark because there's a destroyer there. This turn is...
Now, the Surrey's got some ridiculous armor.
Well, it's more that the citadel is just tiny.
Yeah.
It's basically just a giant punching bag over this tiny little bit that's a citadel.
Mm-hmm. Hey, ow! I ask you, what sort of sound is that? Says Sea Raptor.
Sorry, I'm here for my replay.
Oh, hey.
Oh,
He's playing a game.
No problem, Glacial. We're talking about your Surrey game.
Yeah, so I just decided to start grinding this line, and I've kind of struggled with the tier 6.
Hmm.
And this was my first game in the tier 7. I played a few more since then. I think it's. I just want to get some tips because I'm, like I said, this line I've never really played it.
Oh, dude, I can do tips for this line because I actually liked Albemarle. I know.
I liked
weird.
it too. See, there's a reason I like you, Toxic.
Yeah. Surrey just does heavy cruiser things pretty well.
Mm-hmm.
You are a bit squishy, but you're fairly well armored for a tier 7. You've got a huge hit point pool. Picking fights with battleships is not what you should be doing, but it's not what you should be doing in any cruisers, really. And you massively outtrade same tier cruisers just because of your ability to heal through damage.
Yep.
203s firing at low tiers are also super nasty. And the Royal Navy cruisers have really, really high fire chances, for what it's worth. At least it feels like it. Like, you get a lot of fires, and the HE hits pretty hard.
Yep. I'd like to see you healing here. Oh, there you go. Okay. Little slightly delayed on that, but that's okay.
And the other thing I would say is you have to get good at using a spotter plane. You should be running a spotter plane. And the shells are easy to aim once you get the hang of them, and then you can still consistently hit people, even destroyers, out at 16, 17 kilometers. That might be overstating a bit, but
Yep.
yeah, I mean,
Yeah, I'm not good about spotter plane. A lot of times I take it, but I forget I have it.
So there is a
it's-
mod that you can use for spotter plane as well. It's called ODTO, Odd2 camera mod or something like that. Basically, when you launch your scout plane, you scroll back one tick on your mouse wheel, and it goes back to your standard view. So you get the added range, but without that crazy upper view looking down. So if you suck at
That'd be nice.
yeah, if you suck at hitting with that other camera, that's an option. I run that personally. It's very handy.
I
Yeah,
used
'cause
to
that's
run
one thing
it.
I don't like about spotter plane is trying to adjust to.
Yep.
Yeah, it is kind of a practiced skill.
It's an acquired taste.
It very much is.
What's the name of that spotter mod? It's Odd2, ODTO. It's the camera, not the port battle camera. It's the port camera. It's the battle camera.
Yeah, and when you scroll all the way out, it basically gives you the farthest in zoom, but you're
Yeah.
in spotter plane mode. It's a cool mod.
It is.
I used to run it, I just don't anymore. I don't really know why I stopped running it.
All right, Mayoi. Here's your hydration. Trust me, this is clean water.
One other general rule of thumb with the Royal Navy cruisers, the rear firing angles on them, if I remember right, aren't the greatest.
Mm-hmm.
So you do want to be timing your movements back and forth to when they're not shooting. This is especially true on Albemarle, and in general, one thing I found with these cruisers, because they are less armored than the Japanese ones, is you actually want to always try and dodge under the shells, which is kind of a weird thing to say.
Huh?
If you get shot at, turn in. If you're kiting out, slow down.
Right.
Because the thing with these cruisers, and especially not this one in particular, this is actually the exception, but like Albemarle and Drake have very large citadels. Albemarle in particular is it's basically like a Neptune hull.
Mm-hmm.
And you do not want the shells to hit low, no matter what.
Oh.
Because if they hit you in the side, you're fine. As long as they hit you aft enough, they're not hitting in front of the step of your citadel.
So what you're saying is basically slowing down forces the shells to hit the superstructure because they'll overshoot you.
You always want the shells to hit up because that's the damage you can repair more easily.
Mm-hmm.
You also have very good concealment on almost all of these, and you can use it to a pretty good advantage.
Yep.
Yeah, what about the AP? Because I decided to use some AP here.
No.
So AP on the 203s, I actually do it you can use AP on this and the Albemarle when you're seeing broadsides. Past this, I wouldn't use it.
Yep.
Because it's very slow, it doesn't have a whole lot of pen, and it's Goliath, Drake in particular, even Albemarle to some extent, you can get like 5, 6, 7,000 damage volleys with AG, and your AP might bounce.
Yep. Yep.
Oh, okay. Yeah, because I knew it was mostly HE, but when I get some broadsides, I don't.
Yeah, I mean, mid-tier cruisers with 203s, you can do a lot of work with AP, just because you see a lot of, especially on tier 5s, there's a lot of noses that are very thin. There's just a lot of thin armor in general around this tier. And you can brawl to some extent with them, but you have to pick where the battleships are. It's basically just generic cruiser stuff. You're a little squishier than normal.
Yeah, I mean, I was pretty fortunate that they were kind of pushing and I could kite away.
Oh yeah,
I
absolutely.
was trying to use the torps are pretty handy when they're pushing and you're trying to kite back. So.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
100%. And you've got great concealment, so you can let them get close to you and then torp them.
Yeah, and you have a heal, your HP pool. Consider Surrey's actually really hard to citadel, just because the citadel is super low. It is this tiny little portion in the middle of it. You can do a lot of tanking anyway. Like it's not, I wouldn't say it's uncommon to take 40, 50,000 damage in Surrey.
Yep.
Yeah, I know at the tier 6 I was getting kind of frustrated with, and then I got up to this one. Like I said, I played this game and I figured I'll send it in for comments, and I've been playing it a few more times, and I'm doing a lot better in it.
Yeah, I like Surrey. I think it's one of the best. It's probably one of the best tier 7 tech tree boats actually.
Oh, it's a lot of fun. It's a lot of fun. Been sitting for so long, I decided I need to stand up a little bit.
Yeah.
Yep.
You've done better in Surrey than shit. Yeah, I have too, Spectre.
Yeah, Devonshire, the problem with Devonshire is it really doesn't have range. It's like 13.8 or something. It's really short. And your detection's like 11 something, so you don't have a whole lot of working room.
Well, and if you're in a tier 8 game, it's...
Oh, yeah, it's not fun in tier 8.
Yeah, I mean, tier 5 games, 5, 6, that wasn't bad.
Oh, you get like, what is it, straight or whatever the map, like the fault zone, like fault
line. Fault line.
Maps is pretty fun, yeah, but big tier 8 maps, no.
Yeah. Yeah, Land of Fire in Devonshire is just painful.
Oh, Land of yeah.
Yeah. Like I said, this wasn't a super great game, but it wasn't a
That's
horrible
fine.
game. I figured it was kind of something that I could get some tips on.
Yep.
And I do approve the AP shot. It might be
it's
a
good.
little high, but
Well,
it's a good salvo to take.
the thing is there.
A bit high.
The thing is there is that Fiji was looking at somebody else, so he wasn't aware that you were going to shoot him. So that makes perfect sense.
Yeah, because he's not going to turn out on me.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, but thanks for doing the game for me. Appreciate it.
Of course, Glacial. Thanks for being a part of the channel, subbing and all that good stuff, man.
Yep. Okay, well, I'll catch you guys later.
Sounds good, man. Have fun with your game.
Yep, bye.
Guys, we're going to do, we did haste on here. We're going to go ahead and get started with our battle. We're going to do a 30-second ad as we go with our battle. Let's get our next game loaded up, huh? Oh no, Mr. Hector's not following. Oof.
Uh-oh.
Gulag.
Could have hit that button.
Alright, Toxic, I'll let you pick. Here's the ship list. Kremlin, Leningrad, Nelson, Tirpitz, Cossack Black, Shimakaze, Felix Schultz, another Kremlin, and Holland.
How good of a game was the Schultz game?
I have no idea.
Like I want to see a Schultz game.
Alright, Schultz it is. Victory! Lex Mechanic.
I don't want to see a Kremlin game. I'm sorry.
I don't either. It's okay.
So boring.
Lex Mechanic will give you the Bomber Scrolls. Will grant some rewards to winners. Toxic one, another one, and Raining and Dead Horse as well. Oh, we can go up and then we can go to either. Ooh. Well, let's go ahead and go into this one. Let's start the battle here. And what do we got? Oh. Let's bring out the Buster. That'll be fun. I'll just blow people up right away. Don't go near me because I'm gonna blow these guys up. So that'll be fun. Glacian says perfect. Okay, good. I'm doing something right, guys. That's good to know. Easy battle, excelente. All right, let's see who this is. I gotta do my replay fix.